Hi.
Hello.
Hello. To make intros properly. Welcome back. First things first. We left off last session with one of us doing some questionable actions in a Feywild spring after killing a monster. There's some roleplay that happened that should probably be explained before I dive into this.
Oh.
It wasn't even involved with me.
Damn it. Okay, I will go. I will explain it. I will fulfill my role in the Discord. Okay. So what happened was, Emrys approached Caladium to have a little conversation away from the group because the blue bitches have to stick together. That's how we are. We are a pair now, essentially, if you've been keeping up with the roleplay chats. So we had a little conversation where Emrys was basically like, hey, I see you, Gaslight Gatekeep Robots. I understand. Vengeance plot. Very cool. However, I do have to let you know that children, in particular, are a protected group of people here in Prisvere, and Spilda is a species. I almost said species. Children are protected here in Prisvere, and per the laws of the land and my devotion to my patron, I cannot let you hurt one. And Caladium was essentially like, I really don't want to fight you on this. So, if he happens to be a kid, then we'll try to get him back to where he's not a child before I kill him, because I do have to do that. And I quote, there is no path forward for me without this vengeance. So we came to that understanding. We seem to be on the same page now. And Emrys, I believe at the end of the conversation, made some kind of comment. It's a damn shame that we can't separate from the group, because I would love to absolutely jump your bones right now. And Caladium looked at the group, looked at Emrys, weighed the pros and cons for about 5 seconds and was like, they're not going to miss us for 10 minutes. And we are, I think, going to begin the session with the consequences of that action.
Indeed we are. You did roll pretty good stealth, so everybody else, you're not aware that they're missing. And we'll be starting with the two of you, basking in the afterglow of one another's company. Little post-coital cigarette down in some nice green undergrowth.
I actually do have a pipe. I forget about it sometimes.
You
I
do?
have
As the one that smokes. Emrys doesn't.
pipe, and you have drugs, Cal.
I do. I don't want to take the drugs just yet. I'm saving those for a special occasion, but I will be smoking on my little pipe.
Having a peaceful moment together here. When you begin to hear sounds in the undergrowth nearby, it's heavy thuds against the ground, like the footsteps of a very large creature. Even at a distance, you can feel the vibration in the ground. Now, you are just laying in some shrubbery. Would you like to peek between the leaves?
We're clothed, right? We have our clothes back
Yeah.
on.
You can have your clothes back
Damn
on.
it. I wanted you guys to be naked and afraid.
I mean, to be fair,
You know what?
to be fair.
Roll persuasion on God.
Who's rolling?
I think we both are.
All
I'll
of us?
let both of you roll.
With Emrys' stats?
It is a great D20 roll because it's your stats as a person.
Straight D20, no ads. I got a 15. Natural 15.
Okay.
16.
Your clothes are on.
I will note, however, that Caladium's clothes may be on, but fun fact about armor, you don't really rest as well when you have it on, especially for sleep purposes. So Caladium does not have her chainmail on. She is in regular ass clothes.
Because that doesn't come off anymore.
Well, yeah, the jewelry doesn't come off anymore,
No.
even for sex. But
Yeah.
the
Keep that in
chainmail.
mind for our beautiful fans. Listen, the whole reason I decided to go that route is because I thought of the beautiful fan fiction we could write of Bejeweled Palladium.
I really have been looking forward to the fanfic that is gonna come out of this.
Me making
chains
notes for my one
dangling.
that I started yesterday.
Okay.
It doesn't come off.
Okay, so we
Had
hear this
fun.
big thing in the woods.
Yeah, there's like periodic footsteps and a sort of like wuffing sound.
A what sound?
What is wuffing?
Wuffing
Woof?
is like, it's a particular breathing pattern.
I know what woofing is.
It's what I do.
Like a big dog kind of noise.
Yes.
Okay.
I know this noise. Okay.
Yeah, you do.
You said perception to see through the bushes?
Yeah, do we need to roll?
Yes.
Okay.
Roll perception for me.
Another 15, so dirty 20.
Excellent.
Yeah, dirty
A big 13.
Meets it, beats it.
Okay.
Still hidden, peeking between the leaves, you all see a massive winged creature. Its body is spindly and scaled, and its head and neck are both excessively long. I will send a picture of its face because it freaks me the fuck out.
This
Oh
is.
God.
I like him. I think
Oh,
he's cute.
I hate him.
Let me
I
see.
hate him so much.
Embers knows what these are.
People try to fuck
Emrys
this.
knows exactly what this is. It's a dragonoid. Of course people try to fuck it.
I was about to say, Andy, don't be mean to me.
Okay, wait.
Nothing about
Emrys?
this screams fuck. And-
I zoomed in on the head for a minute. That's what I was looking at. I was like,
The teeth are jagged and overlapping, and there's no pupil to the eye as it shifts its head strangely around the undergrowth.
Okay, wait. However, we've talked about this before and about Emrys's attitude towards it. I don't remember what we decided on.
Emrys has seen one of these creatures, could be the same, he does not know, in Zabilna's garden, where she would periodically leave out food for it. Emrys, as a fey creature, has an instinctual, primal fear of this creature.
Yeah.
It horrifies you to your very bones.
I'm gonna pull up a picture for stream. Let's see if they can see that.
Delightful,
Any.
very delightful.
There you go. I don't think that was clear at all. So
I can see it on the camera, so hopefully.
and it's peeking at us like through the bushes.
It's about 40 feet away from you, maneuvering around in the undergrowth, scratching at the ground.
I'm gonna immediately latch on like speed of grabbing Cal's arm, and this is probably the first time that Cal would have ever seen Emrys genuinely spooked. And Emrys is gonna be like, Cal, we need to leave. We need to go back right now.
Okay. We can do that. You want to tell me what the thing is while we're combat rolling our way out of this situation, or?
Do I know the name of these creatures, or have I just seen them?
You know the name of this creature to be a Jabberwock.
That's what I fucking thought. Okay.
That's literally
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, it's literally what it is.
That's a god. Oh my god.
Yeah. I
So
would.
I'll like trying to be very quiet. I'll be like, that is a Jabberwock, and they're terrifying, and I don't think we need to be this close to it.
Okay. And I tell you what, I'm gonna keep my eyes on it for a second, and you go ahead and get scooching that direction toward the group. I will be right behind you.
That's not safe. I'm not
Okay.
leaving. We will go
Okay.
together.
Okay, we'll go together. All right, we will do that then. We will go together. Okay.
Have a
I'm gonna try to
stealth
help
check,
Cal like
please.
pick up their stuff.
Oh,
God.
does your armor give you disadvantage on stealth?
But they're not
Because I
wearing
don't
it.
have it on right
They're not
now.
wearing it.
No, it does not. That's the whole reason that when we were first establishing this, that I took it off. I was
Wonderful.
like, this is worth it for the hit to my AC to be able to make stealth checks.
Okay.
So, yeah, I probably would have left my armor back where we were actually sitting down to rest. So,
I'm gonna roll a different dice because I fear this one may not be balanced because I just rolled my third in a row 15. So I'm gonna
odd.
dice, but that's what I got is 15.
Okay. Let's see. What
Okay.
And I don't have any modifiers. And obviously I want to state it, Rat is not with us. Rat is back with
Rat
everyone
would
else.
not be with you all. That's why
Rat
I
is
didn't
not
ask
here.
about him.
There's no reason for
Oh
him to
god.
be here.
I'm just, you know how like when your pets like burst into the room in the middle of it and just stare at you? Rat.
Imagine that. Imagine a little imp bursts into the room and is like in the middle of
All
you
of his
fucking.
eyes, all of his glowing eyes just peering.
Oh my god. Anyway.
And they're all looking at something different.
14, by the way. 14.
15. Okay.
Okay. It's gonna be
Okay.
fine. We're gonna be fine.
How's those backup characters going, guys?
Don't say those words right now. I don't
I
need
don't
them.
have a backup character because I am too stubborn to die.
I also
If I
don't
predict
have a
you die,
backup
you won't.
character.
That's
If
what
I
I'm
have a
going
backup
off of.
character, I fear I will be reckless with my characters, so I don't make them.
Yes,
That's
same.
fair.
You
My heart
all
is in my throat.
are picking things up and gathering yourselves as quiet as you possibly can when pieces of the armor cling into one another and there's dead silence across the forest. At once, that sound you were hearing from its mouth becomes incredibly loud, and you realize it is many voices speaking over one another in many, many languages, some that you understand, some that you do not. All of it pure nonsense. And I need both of you to make charisma saving throws.
Fuck!
Okay. Okay.
Hey, Clover, question for you. Did we technically get a short rest before?
You did get your short rest in.
Okay.
Okay.
I wanted to
That's
make
good to
sure
know.
because I needed to know if I got my 2 spell slots back. Let me fix that before I give you my save.
Ooh, okay. Okay. You said charisma saving throw? Very specifically.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. That makes it a 15.
All right.
I love being a charisma caster. 21.
Okay. Red, I need you to roll a d4.
Oh, God.
Ugh.
3.
A 3. Emrys, you're looking at Cal You're frightful. You heard this sound, but nothing is restraining you. And you watch as Cal runs past you.
Is Cal afraid?
Cal is confused.
Okay.
This is the panicked running of a frightened bunny, essentially.
Okay.
You know that this was a mistake because you can hear the undergrowth breaking as the creature begins to run.
Knows that Cal running was a mistake?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hell.
Okay.
It
Ugh.
leaps several times before taking off and breaking through the canopy above.
Can I do something here? Do I have time to throw something at it?
It's not too close to you. Do you have anything that would hit within 40 feet? Do you want to do that? Because it did.
I'm not wanting to damage it. I just let me see really quick. Let me look at my spells. Please.
I'm sitting here like
Sweating. Actually
I'm sitting here
sweating.
like Alexa, play Run Boy Run.
Okay. Let's see.
Every time you describe a large four-legged creature, I get scared, Clove.
Okay, I want to use one of my spell slots to cast slow.
On Cal?
No, on the creature so it can't catch up to Cal. Or do we think it would be a better idea to slow down Cal so it jumps on him? But
Tell me what the saving throw for slow is.
okay, my saving throw. It's a 15. And it's
No, what kind of saving throw?
Yeah, I'm looking. Wisdom.
Not the worst idea you've ever had. It's doable. It's not an impossible ask.
So did it work? I'm doing it.
You're doing it?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't want to make you waste one of your 2 spell slots.
Well, I
Make
mean,
this save.
if anything, we could just take another 10-minute breather after.
Catnap.
Okay, we just
I
catnap.
rolled a nat 20.
No. Okay. I don't have any more luck for the day until we long rest. So that doesn't damage it or anything. I was just hoping to slow its movement, but okay, that's fine. Let me mark that off.
As
Were
a
you
warlock,
hinting?
there's nothing worse than a wasted spell slot. That
Dude,
shit's
I
so
know.
annoying.
All 2 of
That's
them.
gnarly that I rolled a fucking nat 20. Because I really, there was a chance I could fail it.
Were you hinting that it would have been a good idea? That Emrys would have thought it would have been a good idea to slow Cal?
No, I
Okay.
wanted to make sure that you were
That-
making the choice that wasn't impossible because I love
Okay.
you.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I guess that's all that I can do, really. I want to make sure that I still have Cal's stuff, and is it in front of me or is it behind me still?
It's above now.
Above?
It jumped up above the tree canopy. You can't see it, but you can see its outline, and you can hear the beating of its wings.
Okay. And Emrys took it that it was a bad idea for Cal to run. So
Yes.
I guess that all that I can really do is, since I've tried to do that, I'll have all of Cal's stuff and I'll yell out to them. I don't think it's gonna do anything, but I'm gonna be like, stop running. Like, I'm gonna yell to Cal, stop running. And then I guess go after them. Was
We're
Cal
gonna-
heading back towards the direction of everyone else or in a different direction?
Fantastic question. My answer is it's the Feywild.
Okay.
And we're going to cut from you two
Fuck.
back to the rest of the group.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna vomit.
I'm sick.
you all have only just become aware that Cal and Emrys are not with you. If there's anything anybody wanted to roleplay about the short rest before we get into it, we can now. Now would be the time. Otherwise, that's where we will start.
I want to take my drugs. Just kidding. It'd be the worst.
I don't think there was anything I necessarily wanted to role play. I think at the noticing of those two being gone, I would, before Vaughn noticed, hopefully, kind of pull CD and Dusty aside and be like, have you all seen the others? I don't know where they went. You don't think they ran off, do you?
Come to think of it, I haven't seen them in quite some time, but Cal and Emrys can take care of themselves, certainly. I'm sure they're not far off.
If you guys look to Juniper, Rat is like stifling through her fur, picking out fleas and bugs and eating them.
Appa and Momo.
Yes.
Cute.
Yes.
Whatever.
Rat
I
is
love
being
that.
super affectionate. Anyways, sorry to interrupt.
No, you're fine. That was cute.
I rolled like ass, so Vaughn has no idea that anybody's missing. He's chilling.
Oblivious.
Well, we certainly can't go anywhere until they get back. Do you think we should go looking for them?
No.
No. If we were told not to separate from Vaughn, I think it'd be unwise to leave him. Perhaps we should ask him if
Well,
he's seen them.
I meant maybe make him come with us.
Why don't we let's just talk to him and ask what he thinks about
Okay.
this.
I don't see why we have to bother.
Vaughn.
Dusty, they are.
Yes. Are we ready to
And
go?
They chose to leave.
No, not quite.
We seem to be missing two
Why?
party members.
He's like doing a head count. Why? So we're missing the lovebirds, I take it.
Lovebirds?
It would seem they were in
Oh,
the private house.
You all, darling, you're really bad at reading vibes. Now's not the time. This is, this is explicitly what I asked you all not to do.
We didn't do it.
Weird.
I know.
still here.
You all are good noodles, and I will attempt to reward this behavior somehow. However, I'm extremely worried at the moment.
You say I'm good and you're gonna reward me? Oh.
I wish that Emrys could lie, because the urge to get back and be like, we were stolen away and you guys thought we did this.
I can lie. I have the ability to lie. I've done it. Just let me say it.
That's true.
Oh my gosh. Should we go looking for them?
Let's not wander. Let's actually, and he's like gonna climb up to a higher point of ground on one of these root systems and look around. You all see his shadow that often does not do what he is doing is like pantomiming panic at the moment.
I'm like trying to be like, oh, it's okay to the shadow.
You all begin to hear whistling, like just whistling. And it's, for a moment, you're confused. You're like, what fey tricks are these? And then you feel the wind. And you realize the whistling is the sound of it cutting through the trees. And then it becomes overbearing. And I would like everyone to make a strength saving throw.
Strength.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's not
Oh,
a
no.
I got a
does that
-2 to that.
Does that include me and
Oh,
Cal, or is
no.
it everyone else?
That does not include you and Cal.
Okay.
7.
Do you need one for
7.
Rat?
Wonderful. I would love one for Rat, but he can have advantage since he's on Juniper.
Does Juniper
I
need
just
one?
rolled
Or are
a
you gonna
natural
roll for that?
20.
I don't
baby.
think. Wonderful. A bear is too sturdy, in my
4, so
opinion,
24.
to knock over like this.
Strength?
Yes.
With advantage, that is a wait, is it a magical effect?
No.
That is an unnatural 1. Rat.
Poor rat.
He with advantage, he got a 3, and he has a minus strength. So
Oh, Febby.
Oh no.
Oh,
it's not
Bebby.
a natural 1, but it is a 1.
What was the other roll, just for fun?
A 2.
Okay. So it's 0. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Rolled a 9, and I also have a -2.
No.
I got a 13.
I don't know what's gonna happen, but if Star looks affected, can I try to shield her since I'm fine, apparently?
Acrobatics check.
Acrobatics? I mean, we're standing right next to each other, but okay.
I'll explain. It'll make sense in a moment.
Ooh, sorry, Star. I rolled a 2 + 5, so 7.
Okay.
I have really good acrobatics. Really bad rolls. I used all my luck last time.
Star and Rat are blown 30 feet away from you all, basically
Oh my
tumbling end
God.
over end across the campsite.
That's fine.
Rat-
when Rat gets over there, he's gonna like hiss at the wind and at the air and scamper back.
He takes 6 points of bludgeoning damage,
Okay,
and
that should be okay.
Star takes 5.
Okay. Man, I've used all of my hit dice and I'm only at 23.
I tried to help.
You
You
did.
all, as the wind settles, can hear the rhythmic beating of wings overhead. You can't see anything, but you can see the outline of an enormous winged creature as the shadow moves over you all.
Vaughn, what the fuck is that?
Can I go help Star?
You can help her.
Okay.
Be
I'm gonna go help her.
silent. He's going to cast Pass Without a Trace. So you all have a +10 to your stealth.
Oh, damn.
I don't, right? Because I'm too far.
He'll wait till you're back in it. Do not worry.
Is that like an
Fine.
+10?
Wait, it's a +10 to your stealth.
Oh, hey Clover.
I'm so hot right now.
It doesn't matter because it failed anyway, but I shouldn't have been able to do slow earlier. It's 1 time per long rest using a spell slot. I got it mixed up because there's other ones that I can do once per long rest and using a spell slot, but that's not one of them. So I'll try to keep
That's
that in
all right.
mind.
We need to find our friends immediately. Like, immediately. Like, they are going to be eaten if we do not find them. Undergrowth, immediately. Do not go far from me. And he's going to lead you all off into the brush. Now, I'm going to cut us back again. Emrys. Cal got about 30 feet away from you. You can see where they went. It's an easy find. But looking around, the two of you are not anywhere familiar.
Okay. That's fine. What is the creature doing?
You cannot currently hear or see it.
Is Cal still wigged out?
She's just coming out of it. You know when we play DBD and they have that one thing that makes you scream periodically?
Yeah.
It's like the come down from that.
Okay. So I'm gonna like creep my way to Cal. Armor's still in hand. I'm gonna creep my way to Cal, and I'm gonna like crouch down next to them and whispering. I'm not gonna whisper so that the recording picks it up, but whispering. Um, I'm gonna say, I don't know where it is. I don't think we should move or talk until we know it's gone. We should hide. Is there any? So where? I know you said it doesn't look familiar, but when we're looking around, does it look like there's anywhere that we could like dig ourselves into or get underneath of or anything like that?
Make an investigation check for me.
Okay.
What am I doing right now? Because I have concerns about where my head is at.
You basically, when you fail that save, you're overcome with the multitude of voices speaking to you and become extremely confused and frightened. So you're coming down from that.
I got a 13, by the way.
Right? Would you like to do anything before I tell Emrys what he's found?
I was sitting here thinking, like, full, like, squatted down, head kind of between the knees, Caladium, just sitting there, running through her own basically mental restart. And I'm hearing in my own head, because my head is filled with TikTok audios, wake up, Gromit, we have to hide the body! There's no cheese and crackers in prison, Gromit! So, that's what I'm hearing.
And I'm gonna also like while I'm looking around, um actually, you know what? I don't know if I've done that already. Never mind.
You're looking around at the base of the nearest tree to you, trying to find a little dugout like you'll have stayed in the night previously. And there's a voice above you. Needing directions? Or would we rather remain directionless?
Is the voice familiar?
No, it is unfamiliar. Are you going to look up?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll look
Yeah.
up.
There is a mouth and eyes speaking to you.
Is this a
But they
fucking
are
Cheshire cat?
I hate this place. I hate it so much.
there's an actual fey creature called the grinning cat based on them. I'll send a
Okay.
picture.
That's so much better than what I thought. I thought that the fucking Jabberwock like was directly above you,
I
being
did
like
too.
going somewhere.
I did too. I was nervous.
I was like, oh no.
Aw, cute.
But currently, you can only see the eyes and mouth of this creature.
I'm gonna look up. Can I insight check it?
Oh, absolutely. Please do. Let me pull up its stat block. It's on my fucking phone.
Ooh. I got a 19.
All right. It
I'm
is
literally sick. Sick
asking you a question, but you can tell from the tone and its nature when you look at it that this is a fey creature. And while the question itself may be being presented innocently enough, there is weight to both options that it asks you.
So, I'm sorry. Could you state what it said again?
Needing directions, or would we rather remain directionless?
Mm.
just imagining, like I said, Caladium coming out of this like brain fog, essentially like reciting. I don't have a mantra like right off jump that would fit Caladium, but I'm imagining like the vows that the Sith take. Like, I am my emotions, I am my rage, I am my passion, all that shit. That's kind of what she's going through in her head right now. So the minute that she turns her head, and it's just a mouth and eyeballs spouting off some more goddamn cryptic ass Fae bullshit. The storm cloud's not there anymore, but if it was,
Would you like to know what the environment does in response to your irritation?
I would love to know.
Your knees start to hurt. It's assuming that you're knelt on the ground. I assume
Yes.
for some reason in my brain
Yes,
picturing
no,
it that
that's
way.
correct.
You look down, and around you there are tiny thorned plants coming out of the ground. Every plant near you is beginning to grow thorns.
I have a thing for that.
I will say, I don't know if this will make any sort of difference, but I do have a Feywild connection because of my background. So Fey natives see me as one of their own, and friendly Fey are inclined to help me. That is something that comes with my background. I don't know if that's going to make a difference here with this interaction, but I did want to throw it out there.
Does.
It
The
does.
question remains the same, but you watch as stripe by stripe, this cat begins to reveal itself to you. And it's orange and blue and orange and blue until there is a full panther-sized cat perched on the tree above you.
Okay. Still trying to be quiet but loud enough that it could hear. I'll speak up to it, and I'll say, well, you are quite marvelous. Currently, the directions we are looking for is safety. I'm not sure if you have seen it, but there is a Jabberwock in pursuit.
And near he is he not? Such an interesting fellow, how he's grown so fast. Safety you wish for, I simply cannot see. What safety here?
Safety as in to be hidden from the Jabberwock.
So you do require direction.
If you could be so kind.
The tail points in a direction to an angle past the tree in the opposite area. But it turns its attention to Cal. And for you, directions are directionless.
I need to flip a coin really quick. I need to decide something in my own mind.
I don't know if it'll make a difference, but I will, when it asks, I'm gonna kind of like put an elbow to Cal, and I'll be like, remember to be respectful.
Oh, respectful. Yes, respectful and patient and kind and understanding. I remember the rules. Ooh.
I like to think Cal's doing that in character.
The noise. That's very in character right now. Just. Okay. Directions or directionless. See. Here's the thing. And Cal is currently like trying to breathe. Right? We're trying to breathe. But she's not pulling on the thorns on her legs. She's not trying to pull them or rip them out of the ground. She's just sitting there staring at them. Upsettedly. Directions or directionless. See, I have been directionless since the moment I walked into this goddamn place. So, I don't know any other way to be but directionless because I am not the thing that decides the direction. This place decides the directions. I'm just here trying to finish my business and get out of this place's hair as quickly as I can.
Emrys is literally like,
So, funny cat man. Directions or directionless? If the directions are going to point somewhere that hopefully, maybe, get us back to our little bunch that we wandered away from, that'd be really cool. But somehow, I have the feeling that those directions are going to point us somewhere entirely different, which is still important for us to go. Because this place seems to be telling me that I need to let go of my bullshit in very subtle ways. I say, looking directly down at the thorns.
Cat starts to laugh at you.
That's fair.
Oh, mortals, always so worried about the journey and never the destination. Oh, you see, it points the exact same direction as it did previously,
Mm-hmm.
but if you look at the path, it looks different than it did a moment ago.
It would probably be considered rude not to take directions offered kindly.
I'm sorry. I don't think that we have gotten your name.
What is a name to a creature such as myself? I don't have one. I don't keep one.
Oh, well.
I provide the direction.
Well, I'm trying to think of like a title then, because I was just trying to be polite.
I did just say funny cat man, so
to be polite.
listen.
Well, kind stranger, I can't help but notice the paths for each of us were different, and we were quite hoping to go the same way.
You may travel the same path so long as you remain together. One road to demise, one to glory, they are the same when you walk them together. Hand in hand, you may travel wherever.
This cat is hurting my brain.
He was
Alright,
meant to.
Delightful.
I know. Let me see if I have anything I can bribe him to be nice to me with.
Listen, Plum. I saw that comment. Listen, Caladium has just gone on a roller coaster's worth of emotions since we have entered this godforsaken middle realm.
So that makes it justified.
It's not that. It's just that this moment was coming.
Palladium yells at drive-thru workers. Confirmed. She's
Caladium's
a Leo.
like, he wanted ketchup with his fries.
Yes!
He said no
I'm
pickles.
sorry. He said no
Pickles.
fucking pickles.
Oh,
While we're sitting here talking to the cat, do we see or hear the Jabberwock anywhere?
would you like to make a perception check?
Yes.
It's been a couple minutes of talking to this cat.
I'm rolling good.
I'm not.
23.
You pick up increasingly louder wing beats as the minutes pass. It's heading back this way.
Okay. I will just kind of nod to the cat a little bit and take Cal by the hand, and I will say, "Your assistance is appreciated," and I will pull Cal to the path, but we will. I am trying to be sneaky. I hope Cal is also trying to be sneaky.
I'm doing my best.
But I'm gonna, whisper to them, hand them some of their armor, so I'm not having so much in my hand, and I will say, try to not be seen. And we'll walk, I guess.
Wonderful. You all walk down a very dark path. It is heavily shaded in comparison to the other parts of the forest you have been in. And that's where I will jump back to everyone else.
Of course it is.
Of course.
Teehee. So, friends, first thing I would like to ask for is a group stealth check.
You
Good
guys all
thing
have
that he
plus
can't
10.
pass without trace, because that is a 19. I got a 2.
Got 21.
30.
Bond stats are busted. I rolled a 39.
Nice.
I love Fey Wanderers. You all are so sneaky. Like, you're actually impressed with yourselves, how silent you're being. And you're only creeping through the undergrowth for a few moments before you find these huge tracks in the ground. They are four-toed, I want to say this creature has. Four-toed. Several inches depressed into the dirt. Anybody would like to make a nature or survival check about this? Tess, tell me what you roll.
I'll make a survival check. Natural 20, 24.
Also do survival. Natural 1.
On a nat 20 survival check, you look at the tracks. You're like, that's a big fuck off dragon. You look up. You look at the scarring of the plant that appears to be very, very fresh, and you just follow it in a perfect trail to this hole in the canopy, and you're like, haha, that thing's overhead of us right now.
Overhead of us right now? I'm just
That's
gonna
what's
look at
beating overhead.
I'm gonna look at Vaughn and I'm just gonna point directly up into the sky, like not breaking any eye contact with him.
He's gonna take a minute, put the puzzle pieces together. Perfectly, very, very low whisper. We are going to move out of this area. Everyone keep your eyes peeled for our blue friends. I cannot express how much I don't want to die to this thing. Like, thank you, please. Let's go. And he'll lead you all.
I want to grab Star's hand and I want to look straight up into the sky and just continue to stare upwards so that I can try and catch a glimpse of this and Star can guide me around.
I will guide you around. Can I also try to make a perception check to see if I see any blue people?
Absolutely, you can make a perception check.
All right. That is, what is that? Perception 18.
You're scanning the area as you all are crouching your way along deeper into the forest, and you freeze for a moment because you do see blue. But then you look harder and you realize this is blue stone. This is a building in the woods. The door is wide open.
I am going to kind of at Vaughn, silently trying to get his attention, and then be like,
Nod, hand signals in the affirmative. We're gonna walk our way over there.
okay.
Now, Dusty, as we approach this, I would like to point out that with no check necessary, you recognize the symbol above this stone door.
Oh? What's
It
it
is
a symbol of?
it is a hand gripping a lightning bolt.
Like, Dusty is so sick and tired of this place right now. I like to think they're standing there just like, I'd rather let the dragon eat me. I'd rather let it eat me right now.
Around the door frame, there are words carved in several different languages. And you can make out bravery, valor, honor.
Dusty is having like a physical response of rolling their eyes and rubbing their face like, oh my god.
Dusty, is everything alright? Dusty, is everything alright?
This is just making me think of. Doesn't matter.
Okay. See, he's not gonna press it, especially not right now when we're supposed to be being quiet.
I'm going inside.
You're going inside? Wonderful. This is a room that is clearly ancient. The door wasn't shut because it is off its hinges. There are many, many vines growing up the walls on the interior and the exterior. The floor is uneven from where roots have broken through the stone. And there's a staircase spiraling up to the next floor at the back. Now, while you all are entering here, I would like to, hopefully for the last time, come back to Cal and Emrys.
Okay.
I need one more stealth check from you both.
Oh. Ooh, that's good. Okay.
Mine was not. 2.
16!
You all are moving quickly, and you become a bit more confident in yourselves. You're like, oh, we're in the shadows. Like, I don't hear anything. I don't hear anything. We're all right. And then there's another thickening crash sound behind you all. And you can feel the impact and the gusts of wind as this creature lands nearby. I would like a strength saving throw from the both of you.
Oh, God.
That's a bad
Oh.
thing.
Oh.
I rolled good. I
Ah.
rolled good. You said strength saving?
Yes.
Oh. I got mine mixed up with rat. I got a 19.
Good. Good news.
So
Stop.
I'm good. I'm supposed to be kind of good at strength saving throws. That is a big 9.
Emrys, it is visceral the way that Cal's hand is yanked from yours as she's blasted into the undergrowth from just a torrent of wind that comes off of this creature. So on a 19, you're not knocked over from it at all. You crouch in place and you're able to hold on to nearby shrubbery. And you watch as this thing is beating its wings, causing this
Wait,
wind.
so Cal flies past me?
She was
I'm gonna jump
blown
with
away
her.
from you.
I'm gonna
Separated.
jump with her.
Jump
I'm gonna
with her?
choose to fail. Yeah, I'm gonna choose to fail.
And that is so very sweet. I love it. Absolutely
We're holding
love
hands.
it.
They told us not to let go of each other's hands. We were told not to let go.
Damn, I'm rolling good on this. That's 6 points of bludgeoning damage for Cal, 5 for Emrys. I rolled the exact same thing last time for Star and Rat.
You said 6.
Yes.
Okay.
You all are knocked into the undergrowth. It's nearby and it knows you are here. What would you like to do? You're together at least.
Yeah, awesome.
So the first time that we encountered this thing, I noticed very distinctly that Emrys. This is the first time I've seen Emrys scared,
Yes.
which is affecting. So Caladium, with the knowledge that Caladium does not have time to put her armor on. That shit is chainmail. It takes a hot second to put on. So what Caladium is going to attempt to do is bundle it all in her arms. She is going to attempt to hold all of it, and she's going to look at Emrys and be like, okay, keep running down the path. I have all the loud shit in my hands. I'm going to run off to the right. I will distract it. You get out of here. I'll meet back up with you.
How many times are you going to make me say I am not splitting from you?
I don't know, as many times as you feel you need to say it, because my plan is the smarter one, I think. Just once more, Miss Swan, if you will.
Fuck. I don't want to do that.
Listen,
Okay,
if you
fine.
don't want to do that, then I have another plan.
What's your other plan?
The other plan, I don't come up with plans a whole lot, but I'm gonna try this time. The other plan is for both of us to try to keep an eye on the path and just try to bob and weave our way through the undergrowth, and try to do that as quietly as possible. If you really don't want to let go of me, but I don't want to try to fight this thing. A, when I don't have any of my shit on, and B, just the two of us. I may be stupid, but I'm not an idiot. I don't think we could take that thing by ourselves.
Oh. Clover. Above table. Can I make any sort of I don't know, check to see if Emrys would be able to think of any good counter to this creature? Does he know anything? Because you had mentioned, running away is a bad thing. Would Emrys know like how there's bear survival tips? Does he know any Jabberwock survival tips? Maybe.
I will allow you to make a nature check.
Okay.
It's me, the person, I want to be like, well, I'll just throw part of what I have in my hands and make a distraction to get it to turn the other way. But I don't want to throw any of my fucking armor.
On a 16, you know that Jabberwocks are easily distractible because of the constant noise and nonsense going on in their heads and about them.
Okay. Here's what I will do.
Red, you have to get out of my brain. We've been psychically connected recently.
It's because we went to the concert. The speakers rattled our brains together.
Okay, you're gonna throw a pebble like DVD.
Like the Rock Perkins DVD. It's so funny you say that.
I have a spear.
Well, okay, because I'm thinking. Okay. So listen, I have free fire. Okay.
Okay.
So I like to think that Cal is telling Emrys the plan really because it's right here in front of us, and you notice Cal kind of start to very visibly not be listening to you, and he's gonna dig in his pocket, and I have a smorgasbord of small things in here. I'm gonna take let's see. I have a little bag of sand. And I'm gonna take it. It's just a tiny little bag. I'm gonna take it, and I like to think Cal is still talking, and Emrys is just gonna like launch it. And as he throws it, I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire in the area that it lands. Now it doesn't do anything, but it's very visual. So each object in a 20-foot cube lights up in blue, green, or violet light. Obviously, it's gonna be blue. So there's this big cube of blue light, and then the noise where the sand lands. And I'm gonna say, wait until it. I like to think I'm interrupting Cal. Like,
Absolutely, yeah.
Iris is gonna like do that and then cast, and he's gonna be like, wait until it's distracted and sneak away. Do not run.
Okay.
That's my only other spell slot, so I really hope it works.
I ask only for a simple dexterity check.
Okay. I have nothing to dexterity, so. Okay. That was 14.
You lob it a pretty far distance.
Okay.
The moment it hits the ground, the creature's head snaps in that direction. And then the spell hits, and it fully moves to the area and begins to trample the area, frantically searching it. I rolled piss poor on my checks for this that I wanted to make.
Okay. That lasts for a minute, so for 60 seconds. So when it starts doing that, I'm gonna kind of like hunker down and try to pull Cal down, and I'm gonna like just back away. I don't want to turn away from it because I want to see if its attention comes back. But I'm gonna like kind of like go back and forth between looking at it and then creeping a little.
Wonderful.
Dude, my heart is racing. My heart is fucking pounding.
I like to think that in the middle of sneaking away, the only thing that Caladium says after being interrupted and an entirely different plan happening, just looks at Emerus. It's just like, this is why I don't make the plans. I'm not the smart one. I just hit things when I'm told to.
You all are just
okay.
getting to the very edge of where you can see like wings and maybe the tip of the tail when it lets out a violent scream. And you can smell smoke suddenly.
Well,
Okay.
keep backing. And
Let's
Emrys
keep.
is gonna like whisper to Cal, and he's gonna say, "Your plan was wonderful, but if you weren't with me, I have no one to hit things for me."
Didn't account for that. You're right. We should keep backing up.
Yeah, and then we will just keep going.
You're having this lovely little terrified conversation backing up, and you back into a solid object. You gonna look over your shoulder?
Yes.
It is a blue stone building.
Does it look familiar to either of us?
It does not.
Okay. Is there a door?
There is an entryway with no door, and it is standing open. And you can kind of hear some sounds inside.
Is it an angry blue rabbit rumbling?
Sounds.
Make a perception check.
I'll do so.
My dice are loving me tonight. I'm rolling them so much. I said that and then I rolled poopy. Let's see. 10.
So
13.
rabbit grumbles.
Emrys, you're not sure what this could be, and you're sitting there thinking, like running through scenarios in your brain about what you could have to fight in here. Cal, you intimately know the sounds of Dusty grumbling and complaining, and you recognize it immediately.
Good.
Like,
Emrys can't hear over his heartbeat in his ears.
But like, as soon as Cal realizes what it is, Cal just lets out the biggest sigh And it's just like, I never thought that I would miss hearing them bitch.
It's them.
It's
Do
Dusty.
I hear
I
them?
know. I know
Okay,
that
yeah,
sound.
I'm like
I know it
scampering.
very well.
Scampering inside. If Emrys had a tail, it would be tucked up under his ass. He is so afraid of these Everwalks. Ugh.
Yeah, Cal is just gonna start like the very basics of like reorganizing her chainmail so that she can at next opportunity strap all that shit back on.
Ugh.
The party is reunited. Woo, good job, everyone.
Oh,
Will we
Oh,
come
yeah.
in?
guys,
I missed
Hi.
you.
where were we? We were
You
so
know-
worried.
Both of
Why
you.
aren't
What
you
Next
warmer?
did
time-
I say
Yeah,
about
yeah,
wandering off?
I know what you
Off
said.
around CD. I throw myself around CD. And I'm just
I know what you said, pretty boy. I'm sorry. It was my bad. Emrys tried to run after me.
Leashing you both.
You can try, Duster.
I already have enough change for me to hold on to.
You can
It
come
has
try.
been quite some
Pretty
time since
boy?
I've been leashed.
Yeah, I did say pretty boy.
His mouth snaps shut, and he just
Flattered they'll sleep with anything that has legs.
That's
mean,
not
it's
true. I've
true.
never slept with you.
I never asked.
No, but you want to. I know. It's fine. You don't have to say anything.
darling, I'm also of the persuasion of sleeps with anything with legs.
You do better.
Because
I'm gonna wink at
Star
pretty boy.
is stupid. Star is stupid. I want to make an insight check to see if she understands that you guys are joking about Dusty wanting to ask.
Autistic.
I just.
Leave autism rule. Oh no. Oh wait. I thought it was a 9. It's a 19 plus my 7. So 26. She understands a joke.
Hey!
I'm so proud of her.
Yay!
I'm so proud of her.
I like how our insight checks have devolved into vibe checks and autism roll.
It's the appropriate path for it. Let's be
Oh,
honest. Let's be honest.
We should add like
I
3
feel like
extra steps. That's vibe check, Riz check, and
I was about to say persuasion should have subcategory Riz.
Yeah.
Riz.
Riz or pretty please.
Pretty please for me.
I have
Woo-woo.
anything.
Ooh.
So,
Anything
but yeah.
in the room.
Cal is straight up going to take the blame for it. Because Caladium can lie. She has that ability. And technically, what she said there wasn't even a lie. So,
And I don't know if the rest of the party knows that Emrys can't lie. I know that I've told you guys above table, but I don't think that I've mentioned it to you guys.
You
I might
haven't.
not though.
Yeah, Beater.
What, Bug?
Well,
Anything in this room with us? I want to know what it looks like.
in this room, there is nothing that stands out. It's a large circular room. There's a staircase at the back. By the staircase, there is a big carving into the wall. But other than that, there's nothing down here.
Is it like a fancy carving or is it just like a picture?
Would you like to inspect?
So I would like to inspect.
When you're looking at that, Emrys is gonna go, "Are we staying here for a while?" Okay, and he's gonna lay on the ground.
I was
Lay flat on the ground.
I was going to suggest, Kay, if Emrys is looking real haggard there, i.e. not having any spell slots, I can cast Catnap and give you your spell slots back.
Physically, not looking haggard. Emotionally, yes.
drained.
For investigation.
How much do you want
Wonderful.
your spell slots back? That's because me and Andy haven't used our bardic, so we don't need those refreshed.
I'm completely fine.
I'm completely fine with the exception of my hit points, but I already used all my hit die, so I can't
Well, I
do
mean,
anything. So
We're already halfway through the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I
You
mean,
were
if
halfway through the day when you started the fight with Ko. You are approaching later times.
then I won't fuck with it.
Okay.
I rolled a 16.
You're laying on the floor. Vaughn was thrown off by being called pretty in the middle of his scolding, so he's putting the door, like, jauntily back on the hole.
I'm strapping my armor back on, and Dusty was looking at the thing.
On a 15.
16.
16. You recognize the figure of Heronius. He is carved into this wall massively, hands clutched in front of him, holding the iconic greatsword that he is usually pictured with. And around him, there are 11 little bubble portraits of different people. Now, if you would like to determine any of the people in these portraits, I would ask for a religion check.
Okay. I'm making sure I don't have anything to religion before I roll it. Oh my gosh. Rolled a 3. I don't know nothing.
Yeah, you don't know who
Slept during
any
that
of these
lesson.
fucking people are. No. You're like, okay,
I'm gonna go
cool.
upstairs without saying anything.
You going upstairs?
Yep.
That's perfectly fine.
Dusty's kind of in like a, not in a grumpy state, but more so like they look like they recognize what's going on around them. And it's more like wistful, not really here kind of touching stuff.
Could I also make a real quick religion check to see if I know what's what?
Even look
Yes, absolutely you can make a religion check.
As the other, technically religious person here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a nat 20. I'm Umberly's special little guppy.
On a nat 20, you immediately realize you are both in a temple of Heronius, and at a glance at this carving into the wall, you recognize the greater powers, the 12 major deities of this realm. You see Mask, you see Auril, you see Mistra, you see the Raven Queen, just surrounding this greater portrait of him. This is holy ground. Ancient holy ground, but it is holy.
Interesting.
Dusty. Upstairs. This is the only additional floor of this temple that it seems to have been a bit more sheltered from the elements than the space below, because there are library bookshelves filled with books that are not destroyed. There's a lone tapestry hanging against one wall, a little bit moth-eaten, a little tattered, but still hanging, and a hearth at one end of the room.
Okay. Let me look something up real quick.
Mhm.
I'm trying to see what comes in my little pack because I have an idea. I have to make sure I have it. I have one tinderbox. Can I light the hearth?
Absolutely, you can.
Okay, I would like to light the hearth. And then Dusty has secretly really been missing home. So I would like to sit before the hearth and do my meditations and pray and think about my dad.
You light the hearth. You're sitting before it. You're pondering. You're contemplating. And for a long moment, you are lost in these thoughts until you hear a voice over your shoulder, deep and commanding.
Scared.
Do you wish to walk the path?
I feel like Dusty jumps a little bit because they were like, I've never been spoken to while doing this. Hello. And not opening their eyes per se, but like kind of tilting their ears to be like, is there someone in here? Am I hearing shit? I guess out loud they're just gonna be like, hello.
There is coldness and pressure around them. The environment feels different just without opening their eyes. The path, my child. Do you wish to walk it?
Do I recognize, like, I've never heard the god that I worship. Do I recognize based on descriptions? And also, am I understanding a bit more based on the stories I've grown up with?
Just from your basis of your knowledge, you know that you didn't grow up with paladins who worshipped him,
No,
but some had come to the temple,
they did.
and in the conversations you eavesdropped in, they spoke of the holy path, the path of the arch paladin, and they were vaguely mentioned in your many religious studies as well.
She's gonna sit there for a minute, reciting their mental notes of peace and emotion. Going to think three things consecutively. They're going to think first of their father who raised them, then of the mother who left them, and then of the group that has made them question all of their teachings so far. Without answering, like, movement or anything, they're just going to nod very softly. Yes. That is all they say.
There is an intense vertigo sensation, enough to compel you to open your eyes.
Okay.
And you are standing on the edge of a massive sword, darkness surrounding you and storms below.
Oh shit.
It is not easy, as you know. The path before you is the line of the razor's edge. Prove yourself.
I'm trying to think. This is Dusty just saying, like, oh my gosh. I want to walk to kind of the edge of wherever it is I am. Is it like is it steep? Is there a steep area?
It's like if the blade of a sword was flat and absolutely massive. Have you seen the Thor movies by chance?
I've seen all of the Thor movies. I love him.
It's very similar to the bridge.
I guess I'm just gonna walk forward.
As you walk forward, you see imprints of yourself moving ahead of you. Glancing back, you see the same, though the farther you get, the more they change shape behind you. And your mind is filled with thoughts of that meeting with your mother and her family, their last interaction you had with Click, your brothers back home. As every step you take, these thoughts are pushed to the forefront. You come to the point of the blade, and you're looking down over the edge into an abyss of storm.
I kind of just want to like talk out loud to him for a moment as I'm standing there, muttering like, "Oh, there is no ignorance, there is no passion. There's all the teachings of the monastery, which Dusty would know is a little different from how the paladins of this god feel about things. And they're gonna look over the edge of this blade cliff thing going on here. I have been wanting anything to prove to anybody that I'm not. Well, it doesn't matter what I'm not. I don't think I need to prove anything anymore. I am willing to take this path. Not because I need something, but because I need to start giving to the people near me. And I'm going to turn around and free fall off the edge of the blade.
Delightful. The storm catches you like a gentle caress, and you are sitting in front of the hearth in this temple. In the bottom of this fire, there is a golden emblem sitting amongst the heart of it.
Okay. Sick.
Too
I
hot
would like
to touch at the moment. It's very obviously red hot. I will let you have that.
Um. Okay. I don't really have anything to like pick that out of there,
That's
but
okay.
I do want it.
It's not going anywhere. Dusty was gone for a solid 10, 15 minutes during all of that. If anybody would like to come upstairs, investigate
crowbar.
further.
Can I use my
Oh,
crowbar?
You can use your crowbar to hook it out of
I
there.
keep forgetting I have one.
I do feel like once Cal, funny enough, I do believe I read somewhere that chainmail takes roughly 15 minutes to don. It takes less time to doff or to take off. But I do think it takes like 15 minutes worth of time to like buckle all that shit back on, essentially. So it is probably right around the time that Cal gets the rest of her armor on that she probably would also wander her way upstairs just to check out what Dusty's doing. Get the
Also-
yelling at over with.
Wanted to
Apparently, getting
to
a
go
thing
out
out of the fire pit with a crowbar.
um
I'm sorry, was something said to me?
no.
What was this
Okay.
one?
I was just saying I would have also wanted to like go up there and see what's happening.
Would you go at the same time as Cal, or would you gone before?
You guys holding hands?
You guys, you could have easily gone before. Like I said, it would have taken me 15-ish minutes, if not a little more, to put the armor on.
I probably would have gone before. Like I think I would have spent like a solid 5-ish minutes making sure like, okay, they're back, they're here, like this is the situation, and then like once everything's caught up to speed, be like, where did Dusty go? And then like go looking.
You go upstairs, and you've seen Dusty in their meditation pose many, many times, but their back is to you when you enter from the lower floor, and you can see just the faintest of blue light glowing around the constellation pattern on their back.
That's so scary. That is so scary.
Anything, I just watch and I keep an eye out for, because Star's kind of reminded of like her ghosts, so like I am silently like walking up behind them, preparing myself like if anything needs to happen to like back them up the way that they backed me, but also taking in their meditative process.
You're still in the process of creeping up on them when Dusty is back to themselves and fishing out a crowbar.
Immediately fishing for crowbar.
Glowing.
Can I make like a reflex check to make sure that the star doesn't scare me? Or that I don't hit them
Yes,
out of startle.
absolutely.
And what would that even be? Hold on.
I'd say a dexterity check.
Okay. I'll in that one. Star's getting crowbarred.
Roll for an attack.
Roll a 19.
One
I
moment.
made a dex check to like jump out of the way.
You're not a rogue.
This is amazing. This is amazing. This is exactly what I
How much damage does
wanted.
a crowbar do?
My dex is so high.
I would call that an improvised weapon.
Probably.
Bludgeoning damage. I'm looking it up right now.
Sorry, Star. It's what Dusty's in a vulnerable state and you startled them.
I'm just gonna have you roll a d6.
Okay. Oh my god.
6.
4.
Oh,
Oh my god! What are you doing?
I just came up here to check and see if you were okay, and you were glowing.
My dragon. I'm sorry. Are you alright?
Ah! You know
I'm gonna,
what?
like,
Never mind.
I'm gonna like
I'm
try
sorry
to touch
to have
where
been
I hit them. It's tender.
I'm sorry to have interrupted your meditative process. I just wanted to check on you.
It's
And
fine,
you were
I just-
glowing, but you seem okay. Thank you, Dusty. And I'm going to walk out of the room.
I love the idea that it is right as Caladium is coming up the stairs, that Star is coming down the stairs. I love the idea that Caladium is just like, oh my god, when did you get that fucking shiner?
Don't. Oh! I'm just like
Caladium.
walking down the steps, like.
Like
Caladium is
this
going
sees Star. Starlight, what happened? Come here, and like get up off of the floor and like immediately like grab your face, like cupping your cheeks and casting
Crying.
cure wounds on you.
Instant crying. Dusty hit me.
Starlight, I'm sure that it wasn't intentional. What happened? Also, you get 10 points of health back.
Thank you. What did I even take from the fucking thing? I
think
think
4
that
points
brings you
of
back to
bludgeoning
full.
damage.
4 and then I gained 10. Okay, I'm at 29. God fucking damn.
Look,
I
you
love
snuck up behind them. They had a crowbar in their hand. What do you think's gonna happen?
I love the idea.
I
Caladium
can't.
just like,
Of course, I can't hit the monsters when we fight, but I can roll a 19 to hit my friend.
Hal just like finishes coming up the stairs. A very confused look on her face. This is just like, hey, Duster? What was that?
When Cal comes up there, they're just gonna point to me like, should have been you up here first.
I mean, yeah, I probably could have taken the hit better, but like, why did you hit the cat of all people?
Behind me. Too. Did just run from a dragon.
I'm sorry, Bug, you cut out. What did you say?
I said she snuck up behind me. I did not mean to. We did just run from a dragon, so.
Oh shit, you saw the thing too? Okay, I was gonna ask about that. But I mean, yeah, if she snuck up the fuck behind you after we just got out of a dangerous situation, that's kind of on her at that point.
I'm gonna
Like,
kind
come
of
on.
ignore Cal and try to fish out the thing out of the fire.
You fish it out after just a moment because I figured it'd be fucking easy to hook with the end of a crowbar. And it is a golden embossed pendant with the same symbol that is on the exterior of the building, the fist holding the lightning bolt.
I'm immediately gonna look at Caladium when I pick it up and be like, hey, finders keepers. Keep your peepers off of this.
Hey, I don't think it would be a very good idea for me to take holy symbols of anybody else's god. I have one. I'm very content with her.
I'm gonna try. I think I get some type of rope or string in my box. Not my box, my pack. Yes. I'm gonna
Is it
take.
still?
I'm gonna take like a thread from my rope and try to put it on a thread. I don't have any chain.
It is easily doable.
Alright, I'm putting it on.
Is it still hot?
I don't
It
care.
cools down.
I hope it singes
It's
me.
not. It can
Am I
singe
still
you if you want
glowing?
it to.
Is my back still glowing?
Make a perception check.
I would also
I'm-
like to make
I
one
think
of
now
those.
Destiny is starting to process what Star said to them.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Where's my perception? Got a 10.
I got an 11.
Neither of us know.
Dusty, you're like looking over your shoulder and spinning in a circle trying to see your back.
Yeah,
And
sounds about right.
Cal, after she does this a couple of turns, you realize, there is a glow to it.
That's new. That's not
That's
normal.
new? Oh.
You'd think I would know if I was glowing, Caladium. Okay?
Well, I
Rabbits
mean,
are
it is on your
easily
back.
bioluminescent.
Clove,
Yes.
because I was also just recently kind of adopted into the service of a god, mine happened like maybe a month ago at this point. A little more than a month, I think. Can I put two and two together with the glowing back tattoo and the new holy symbol that something might have gone down?
With how nice you rolled on that religion check last time, I'm gonna say yeah, the vibes are flowing. You as another holy person seem to understand what's going on here.
Dusty has talked more in the last 5 minutes than they have the entire game. Other than drugs. Drugs
I
are
love
different.
I love the idea that like Cal sees the glowy shit and the new and the little holy symbol and it's just like, oh, you too.
Is nothing like what you do, Caladium.
Uh-huh. I'm sure it's not. Let me guess. You decided that you could not do whatever it is that you personally need to do here by yourself. You've gotten some weird voices in the back of your head, maybe a couple of dreams, maybe a vision or two, and then some big creepy voice reached out to you and was just like, "Hey kid, do you need some fucking power?"
You're
I
on
feel
a
like
roll
Dusty is
tonight.
making
Christ.
I feel like Dusty is making the most blank face at them. It's like, no. Giving up my self-servitude. It's time that I stop acting so selfishly and serve people that deserve it. It's surprising. No one. Selfishness doesn't really get you anywhere, Cal.
I'm going to put that personal call out aside for a half second here. So I was right.
I asked for nothing. It came to me in my moment of meditation. I simply answered the call
Hmm.
because it is the right thing to do.
So we had different flavors of a similar experience.
Dusty's just gonna kind of walk up. Hold on, I have to decide how homoerotic I'm making this.
Full!
I rolled an 18.
Yes!
I rolled an 18.
Full! Full!
Dusty's
Let's
just gonna
go.
kind of walk up and like tuck a hand under Cal's chin. I'll kind of look at them and be like, "Not every god is one to be feared. I was not in a moment of weakness. I can see where you would get this misconception that they're all power hungry. looking to feed off of our issues. I asked for nothing. Nothing. I do good because it is what I need to do now. Hope you had a nice time, Caladium. And then I'm going to go downstairs.
I love the idea that it is in that moment that Caladium reaches down and touches her own holy symbol, which I imagine, funny enough, is also gold.
Dusty has gotten. I would like to say that Dusty is now 2 inches taller. That is all I have to add to the.
Something
to
is
this.
definitely 2 inches bigger, if you will.
Dusty is AFAB, so it's their height.
But it's the metaphor!
It is the metaphor. It is their height in both ways.
I do like to imagine, though, that as Dusty is walking out of the room, Caladium is touching her own holy symbol, which is gold. And she has like a half-second thought of the difference between what Dusty has described and her own moment. And she cannot help but think to herself that she still made the right decision.
Cool.
It has not changed. Because at the end of the day, Caladium knows what she needs.
All I'm saying is that my god actually loves me and doesn't lie about it.
I am Umberlee's special little guppy. That's not a
Umberlee's
lie.
favorite manipulation toy.
Listen,
And her niece's
listen.
brand new sparkly soldier.
I do imagine that maybe just as, after Dusty called her own moment of awakening a weak moment, I do imagine that Cal takes a little bit of the water that was in her like little water skin and she kind of manipulates it casually as she can do and just snuffs the fire out before also walking down the stairs.
I really want to apologize to Star for hitting her with a crowbar. I feel bad. Me as Bug feels bad. And me as Dusty feels bad.
Funny.
The whole time you guys were upstairs, Star was just like, I don't know what I did, CD. What did I do?
Maybe give her some time to cool off and give her. Maybe let her come to you. I don't. Come here.
It hurts.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on you again.
Oh my gosh. You're
As I'm
so
coming
funny.
downstairs,
Points
I
back
would
this
like.
time.
How many?
8.
I would like to make gummy flowers as I come down the stairs. And Dusty is not magically better at speaking just because they now are swinging their big dick energy around. I am gonna just come up to Star, kind of like awkwardly, not looking, glancing, not looking, and hold out the card flower to them now. I'm just gonna put it in her hand. I am very sorry that I struck you in
It really hurt.
defense. I thought you might be a goblin or a ghoul trying to attack me in my moment of vulnerability.
I didn't want to interrupt your peaceful meditation. And also, I just wanted to tell you that your birthmarks were glowing and it was really pretty. But I guess doing that gets me a crowbar to the face.
I'm very sorry about the crowbar, Star. I did not mean to strike you. If you were a goblin, it simply would have stunned.
Thank you for the flower.
I have to roll to make more gay choices. God, I keep rolling 18s! Dusty is gonna stand there kind of awkwardly for a minute. Fuck, I hate my life. And then very quickly lean down and kiss Star where they hit them on the eye. And then stand up and say, I'm going to bed now. Good night. And go march very stiffly to the corner.
I'm gonna take Star's arm and like move to like push her up off of the floor.
Wait, why are you pushing me?
Are you fucking throwing Star after Dusty?
Follow her.
Follow
Follow
her.
him.
I don't know.
Or don't. That's okay.
I like to picture Dusty like less than 10 feet away, very stiffly flipping at their bedroll and trying to lay down like, what did I do? What did I do?
There's an upstairs. Y'all can have privacy.
Honestly, that's
Okay,
what
I'm gonna go back upstairs. I'd like to think instead of the bedroll thing, Cal and Dusty are once again passing each other, and Dusty's just like, made a mistake. Going upstairs to put down their bed
You made a
mat.
mistake. Caladium is gonna walk down the stairs, fully expecting for Star to have a shiner on the other eye.
Wait. I can't look at you right now, Red. Jesus Christ. Okay, after some encouragement from my sweet little robot friend, Star's going to walk up the stairs, knock this time, and say, Can I come in?
Yes. Dusty, when you get in there, is literally like flat on their back on the floor. Just like not outwardly breathing like that, but very much sitting there like staring at the ceiling.
Star takes that in, and without saying a word, lays down flat on the floor next to you and stares at the ceiling too. And says, "Are you going to tell me why you were glowing?"
I have. I may be in a temple to the god that I was raised to worship, and I may have thought meditating would be a nice way to heal, and perhaps God has spoken to me in a way that I did not think was actually feasible, and I actually believed was the ramblings of lunatics. And now I have the overconfidence of someone who has been touched by a god, and I'm realizing there's a reason they all act like that. And in both times since I've seen you since then, I have acted on impulse, and I am not really sure why. And I also cannot stop talking. And Dusty's just gonna kind of put their hand over their mouth, like.
So it was your impulse to kiss me then?
You were injured. And I have no healing magic. I only know what works in a emotional sense, I suppose. Eating my hands right now.
Hey, shut the fuck up! Oh my god. Me trying to formulate a fucking cohesive thought. Okay, tell her who she hurt!
You know, I put it in chat hoping it wouldn't disrupt you guys. That's why I didn't say it out loud.
I was contemplating what I was wanting to say, and I was looking at the bottom right corner of my computer, and that's where the notification popped up. Jesus Christ.
She was like, "You were hurt. I wanted to kiss it better." And I literally was like, "I'm the funniest person on earth. Tell her your coochie hurt." Sorry to interrupt.
You're fine. Well, thankfully, CD was able to heal me, and then some. So
That's
it
good.
wasn't necessary. But if you should so desire to heal, or desire to ever heal emotions again, you are about 3 inches too high and not enough in the middle.
Dusty's gonna sit there for a minute, and okay, this is really funny. I had Kid and Dusty can't do math, so they're sitting there for a minute, and they're like, 3 inches, hold on, and trying to count.
I'm going to not be on the ground and even not still on the ground, but kind of roll over to my side and be like,
Dusty's just gonna look at you, confused, just like, what? You would want that.
You what now?
I did not think that that was something you would want from me.
Let me ask you something. Do I? What energy am I giving off to where you didn't think I was interested in you?
Dusty is going to take a very deep breath. Because I need one. From the moment we met each other, Star, you have confused me and evaded all sense and reason to me. Would it be so inaccurate to say that I have not been forthcoming, therefore, how could I see signals that I have been trying to avoid?
So I'm not the only one who's been confused. I never understand what's going on in your head. And I try really hard to, and I also try really hard to give you your space. But I would be lying to myself if I didn't say that I have a deep, deep desire to be in your space at all times.
Star, I'm not sure if it is the imbuing of power now flowing through me, or if it is the idea that we probably almost with death just a few moments ago.
We for sure did.
Yeah, we definitely did.
We did. It really hurt going back 30 feet. That wasn't great.
Sorry. I am such a coward, Star. I've always been. Right now, I do not feel the same trepidations. I do not feel the same fear that had held me back. And she's gonna very suavely, might I add, kind of brush Star's whiskers away from her, just like very softly. maybe I have pushed you away because I met you up here in this attic was not the first time I heard the call to serve the God that I have known. When I first heard your voice, I've heard many ramblings and stories of my monastery, the maiden that the patrons serve. I ran from it. If you wish to get to know me, I suppose I can slow down. It's my duty, and it is something that I also want outside godly sense.
If you were really a coward, you would not have said that to me.
I believe something has changed within me. Rapidly, it has always been approaching. I cannot promise I will be best companion. I cannot assure you that when you wish to seek more from me, I will be ready. I'll try not to put you out anymore. I don't want to. I didn't want to, so I'm not sure why I did anymore.
I just need to know one thing. Are you only saying this to me now because a god is making you feel these things? Or are you saying this to me are these things that you have thought before? I don't think I would be able to stand knowing that you didn't want me until you felt compelled to.
The hand that Dusty was kind of like playing with your whiskers with is just going to rest very gently on your cheek. No God could compel me away from you any more than a God could compel me to run to you. It was only my own fears and trepidations that kept me from ever showing an ounce of interest. Something, as I have said, has changed, and I feel the need to entertain childish fantasies of disappearing and running off and taking my heart with me. I am not a perfect person. I am not completely without fault and or fear.
No one is.
But right now, Star, looking at you in this darkened room, I've wanted to tell you things since the moment I saw you. Things that scared me, things that a week ago would have made me angry. Right now, I think I would like to heal the emotional damages that I have dealt to you in a proper way. I'm gonna try to kiss her.
I let it happen. Star kind of like, is stunned at first. So when it first like goes to happen, she's kind of like, and then leans into it. And they kiss. All you had to do was hit me with a crowbar.
All I had to do was hit the girl I like with a crowbar.
You guys have seen that TikTok of the girl at the talent show and she's like in 6th grade and she's reading a fanfic that she wrote about her and Ashton Kutcher taking her into the 8th grade dance, and then she's like, they Frenched with tongue. The end.
No, this is a sweet kiss, very cute, very chaste.
About to say, I've been waiting for the opportunity to be like, yeah, as they're like upstairs having this beautiful, sweet, emotional scene. Caladium continued walking down the stairs when she passed Star, walked directly over to Emrys, just kind of sat down next to him and was like, "You good?"
He
I know you're
is-
probably a little sore, but you ran pretty well despite it, so.
still laying on the ground.
I just want to note that CD's probably very near Emrys, considering that he threw his arms around them the moment that he saw them.
Oh, I
So
imagined.
I'm nearby.
Yeah,
Bob's
I
also
imagined that
down
I was
here.
right next to CD, like laying on
Okay.
the ground next to CD. So if Cal comes over, I like to also think that even though I'm like laying on the ground, I have a hand over to wherever CD is.
Oh, okay. So I was hesitant to say this because I was like, I don't know how Emrys is with physical touch, but the fact that he hugged me makes me think that he's more open to this. So I would like to be like rubbing like lazy soothing circles in your back while you're laying on the ground.
Oh.
I will like turn my head to Cal, and I'll be like, "Yes, I am okay. I am spent. That was rather terrifying."
I was about to say, we seem to hop from one fight to the next, seemingly.
You
Not
could
an
say that.
advised, not an advised thing, to be fair.
Yeah.
Caladium quickly recovering.
Silver, why was there a man behind you?
That is in fact my little brother. I didn't realize he came down here.
Stop
I was like, was that a ghost?
Man,
Got so
you're
scared and also so
Man?
excited.
I had no idea. That is so fucking
I was like, did we
You
just
got
see
a
a
little
ghost?
skeleton man.
little brother sighting.
Literally, like, my heart went cold. I was like, is that a ghost? And then I was like, oh my god, we have proof of ghosts.
I love
In our
that
video.
everybody was like, it has to be a ghost. Clover wouldn't be with a man. Like, no real men would be in this
Hey.
house.
Oh my god.
Oh, that is so fucking funny.
When Cal says that to me, I'll kind of like laugh a little bit, and I will like lay on the ground. I'll be like, "Well, we did manage to get away alive, but you know how I love the dramatics." And I'll like on the ground a little more. I'll be like, "I'm just simply spent."
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you are.
CD's gonna. CD doesn't have a throat to clear, so they're just making this noise of clearing a throat. I'm gonna pat Emrys on the back and just brush themselves off and move over to like stand in the doorway looking outside at the sky.
Then if CD moves, I'll kind of, because I was imagining him like on the ground, like on his stomach. So if CD moves, he'll kind of like roll over onto his back, and he'll say, "So, how was Dusty?"
I mean, They seem to have made a connection of sorts.
Are you planning on elaborating?
I mean, on the one hand, they did literally connect the cat's face with a crowbar, which that was kind of funny. You can't go sneaking up on behind people.
I did.
Like,
I did
especially-
notice. I did notice the.
Yeah,
I was wondering
yeah.
what that was.
yeah, it was a crowbar, apparently.
I had fur. How would you have been able to see a bruise?
I'm
It
gonna be
parted
so
the
real.
fur.
It parted.
the fur.
That's what we're gonna say. I just was speaking out of my own ass. That's how I
The
came
fur.
up with
The
that.
fur is thinner around the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I forget sometimes that Star is actually a cat. But yeah, that was a crowbar. Yeah, you can't fucking sneak up behind people, especially not people who hit shit like Dusty and I do. It's not a good thing to do, you know? But either way,
You seem to
on the
rather
other hand,
like it, but I digress.
you're not sneaking. You're not subtle. That's
Uh,
different.
uh,
Anyway, connection. They did seem to fish a holy symbol out of the fireplace upstairs, so connection may or may not have been made.
I want to interrupt for 1 second because I forgot to say this earlier, that Dusty rizzing Star up would have caused the hearth to reignite, as one of the holy principles of Heronius is duty to a lady. He said, Riz Lords only.
Riz Lord only.
Hilarious.
I serve
Committed
one
a
maiden.
holy act.
I like to think that it's Cal says that as they're smooching upstairs.
There's magic in the air. It's shifted.
They'll say, "Oh, connection may have been made indeed."
Looking finally,
Just
Christ.
having a sweet kiss.
Jokes aside, I am grateful for us coming out of that alive. That was rather scary for me.
Yeah, that's the first time that I've seen you rattled, which was scarier than whatever the fuck that was.
Oh, I wasn't. I was. Yeah, that was scary.
Mm-hmm.
Emerson tried to lie.
No.
It didn't.
Palladium is gonna like look down at Everest and be like, "No, hey, listen here. I fought in a literal death arena for most of my life. I'm very acquainted with what fear looks like in somebody's eyes. That was fear.
I guess I can't fool you.
You can certainly
Cal-
try, but
Cal, will you make a wisdom saving throw for me when you say that?
fuck.
What?
Oh no. Okay, a wisdom saving throw? What do you mean a wisdom saving throw?
Fail it for fun.
What?
Fail it for fun.
Oh, I might have failed it regardless. That's a flat. You said a wisdom?
Yes.
That is a 7.
The words come out of your mouth and you're looking at Emers's face, and then it's not Emers's face, it's Dawn's face in that moment with the sword through her, and then the image is gone.
Okay, hang on, wait a minute. I just want to establish what just happened here. So what did I say?
You've seen the fear in people's eyes.
Clover, fuck you. You.
So to amend my statement just slightly in regards to this new information that I've been given, Caladium was just talking to Everest very casually and very flippantly, and then you watched Caladium's normally like sort of navy blue complexion turn very briefly to like periwinkle, And then she seems to like refocus almost immediately. And like blink that away. Just like, I've had a traumatic memory from my past. I have to stim for a minute and I'll feel better.
Does Cal say anything, or is it just like facial?
No, I think it's just the facial expression. Like how, like, it looks as if, like, her face turned like that periwinkle color, like it was drained of color for a second.
You can
And
insight check.
Okay.
even as she is like refocusing her eyeballs, it looks like she got the wind like physically kicked out of her.
That was a 14 for my insight.
I would say that's enough to recognize how Cal looked and acted after the fight with the face stealer. It's enough for you to notice a pattern.
When your face distorts, I think mine would as well, but mostly in confusion and maybe a little bit of concern. And I think I would instinctively put a hand. You said you were crouched next to Emrys, right? Or like next to him.
I imagine Caladium is like sitting like crisscross applesauce next to Emrys.
He would reach over and put a hand on yours, and without saying anything, whenever you come back to, he's gonna give you this look of like, you good, but doesn't want to say anything out loud. Like he's gonna kind of like look to Vaughn, who is close by, and then back to Cal, and then give them like the look with a hand on their hand.
I like
You
the
alright?
idea. I
What'd you
like the
say,
idea.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I like the idea that Caladium, like, after a second, like there's a heartbeat long pause, and Caladium kind of blinks. This place is weird. I don't like this place. This place is weirder than the last place. I don't like it here.
I think you'll like it much better once it is restored.
I
You need
think
to. Do you need anything?
We need to rest for the evening. Did I hear we're spent?
I assumed, because you said it was later in the day, I assumed we were gonna long rest here.
It's
but
getting
I didn't
later
know
in the
what
day.
else's plan
You can
was.
push it if you want. It's eternally daylight here.
this is probably as good a spot as we could hope for to spend the night, and the lovebirds seem pretty comfortable up there. So I say we just go ahead and camp out.
Oh, they're the lovebirds, not you. Okay.
We're not in love.
Out loud.
I didn't say anything.
Cal and Emrys are not in love. They're still denying everything.
Absolutely, 1,000%.
They're
I
still
love the idea.
casual.
I love the idea that we are currently holding hands right now, and Claudia is still gonna look up at CD and be like, just because we have fucked more than the two upstairs does not mean that we are in love. That's different.
And I believe you.
I'm not confident this tower can survive a bunch of people fucking at once, so maybe let's not do that tonight.
I don't know if I could. Never mind. And I'm gonna.
A long day. I think I just need a nap. I
I'm
think that
going
might
to
be a
curl
good
up
thing.
next to Juniper and Rat. I
Oh, I
like.
forgot about Juniper.
Yes, I am
You
in a
do indeed
ball.
have Juniper with you.
I am literally. I've been working on Juniper and Emrys art while we've been playing. But yeah, so whenever everything dies down and we decide to long rest, that is where Emrys will be sleeping. He will be cuddled up with the owl bear. And
However,
Rat.
when everybody goes to sleep and we're all long resting, I want to do something. But everybody else.
We long resting? We long resting? Anybody else have anything they
Our
want to do?
Dusty are going to sleep, sweetly and platonically-ish and having a nice night of
Lee.
innocent PG romance.
There, all clothes are on.
I
Separate
like
blankets.
separate blankets.
We hold hands, we don't cuddle.
You guys put the pillows between your bodies like young lesbians.
Oh my fucking
We have separate bedrolls. They are
Like,
a foot
don't worry,
apart,
we'll put
just
the
like a
pillows
married
here so
couple.
we don't touch.
Oh my fucking god. I do, and we don't have to like role play this out or anything, but I did want to ask Dusty to teach me how to do the origami again.
I will do so.
Origami. I really
I'm
processed
sure
that
you're
as
doing
the
lots of
worm
origami.
until you said the rest of origami. like the worm, like the dance move, the worm. I just comprehended that so wrong, and it took me a second for it to click. I was like, that's not even close to the same word.
Do you want to teach me how to do the worm?
Oh,
I don't know how. But okay.
origami with all these books around you that you didn't look at?
Well, look at them when I wake up. I'm having some
That's fair.
emotions.
That's fine. I'm being silly goofy.
Yeah, kiss,
I
it's
the
time for bed.
I'm pleased with the kiss. I'll take that.
I'm surprised.
Rolled really high on my should I kiss star right now dice.
I rolled really low in my head on the should I stay angry at the crowbar thing.
The only thing I think that Caladium would like to do is she's not going to do her full rigmarole because she doesn't particularly want to wander off right now. We've had quite enough of that tonight. But I do think she is going to take her little sensor that she has and fill it with the salt water and do the thing where she stirs it with her finger and say her bitch queen Hail Marys, all of that fun stuff. She's kind of picks a corner, does it quietly. There's no
It's a
blood
circular
sacrifices
building.
tonight. She's gonna pick somewhere where there's not many of the others, and she's gonna say them quietly. There's gonna be no blood sacrifices tonight, just prayers and salt water.
Delightful. Anybody else have anything they'd like to do before sleep?
Mm-mm.
Andy, what did you want to do?
So I want to go outside, but I'm not wandering off. I just want to sit on like the front step of this place so I can have a smidgen of privacy. Earlier in this day, or since last long rest, I got a memory of me stumbling through a Fey crossing, and it was the day that I dented my head. And previously, Palace had mentioned this was not in this kind of setting. I think this was in the roleplay channel. Maybe I think you probably I don't know where this happened specifically, but he mentioned someone of my court or someone of my status. I would like to remember what my status was before, or try to at least.
Roll a d20 for me.
Just a straight d20.
Yes.
A 3. God damn it.
I'm a merciful god. You don't get the memory that you're looking for. Instead, you are a child. And the ground is covered in snow. And you're standing amongst a group of other children. Some are fairy, some are like blue-skinned, Eladrin looking. But you only have a moment to process what they look like because this memory is overwhelmingly sad. And one of them is speaking to you. You know we can't let you play with us, Rune. It doesn't count when you play. You can be anybody.
can be anybody?
Be anybody.
Can I press further into this memory?
Yes. Pressing further, all of these children are standing in a group away from you and slowly but surely excluding you from the activities. And the taller boy that's talking to you says, "Look, I'm sorry. You and I both know it's not fair." And you get the sense that he doesn't mean it's not fair that you're being left out. It would be not fair to include you. And he turns and walks away.
I can be anybody. Okay, this is probably out there, but I would like to try and focus my energy on changing. Nothing in particular. I guess just trying to think of myself as looking different.
Roll another d20 for me.
That's a natural 20. I can take a picture of it if you want me to.
I believe you. You're brought into another memory immediately.
Oh my god.
In a closet with a threefold mirror in front of you, up on like a little bunch, like the thing that they have the bride stand on and say yes to the dress.
Okay.
And you're holding up these different outfits to your body, and your skin is pale white. Your eyes are completely black, and your hair is long, shimmering, almost prismatic looking in the light. And you're holding up different articles of clothing to your body, and then you hold something up and you stare at it for a moment, and then you change your physical appearance to match the item, and then change your mind again and take it off and grab another.
Okay. Was I a fucking changeling before? I don't think that's how changeling works. Because they have to see the person. They have to have seen somebody to change into them. But if I'm changing my appearance to look like...
You were a changeling.
Oh my fucking god! I do... Okay. You had me stumped for so long. I was like, I had to have been a Galadriel. I was blue before. No, I was a fucking changeling. Oh my god. Okay, excellent. I have so much writing to do. Do I know that? Does CD know that that's what they used to be?
Make an intelligence check.
An
You haven't
intelligence
encountered
check?
any. Yeah.
Please roll well. Intelligence check. 12.
You know, you're some kind of shapeshifter.
Okay, that's enough for me. I'm gonna write a letter tonight. Expect a CD journal update either tonight or tomorrow.
Well, you did kind of read my mind a little bit. You're sitting out on this stoop, contemplating the things that you've uncovered about yourself. And you hear in front of you, thinking particularly hard tonight, Rue?
Where is he? How far away from me is he?
He's standing right in front of you.
Directly in front of me? Okay,
Yes.
then I'm gonna immediately jump to my feet and throw myself directly into his chest, because figuring out what I used to be, or at least having some sort of notion of what it was, has me over the fucking moon. And I'm just gonna shove my face into the fur of his chest and be like, I remember who I used to be. Maybe not all of it, but I'm figuring it out.
I think there's a moment of a surprise that stalls his motions before he's like hugging you fiercely. He's like, "You're remembering that much?"
I was thinking about what you said to me about the person of station that I used to be, and I tried to remember what you could be alluding to, and then all of a sudden I remembered myself changing colors, holding up outfits to match them, and children not letting me play with them when I was younger because I could be anybody.
He like laughs for a moment. I can't tell you how much it amuses me that you can't remember your station when I know that such a thing is so inherently wrong for you.
Could you tell me?
I don't wish to interfere. You're doing so well without me giving so much away. I'm afraid that I'll break you if I tell you too much.
I have something to admit to you. The first time that I saw you after coming here, I couldn't help myself. I cast a spell on you and read your thoughts. I was just so excited to see you and desperate to know how it is that you felt about seeing me, and I was over the moon to hear that you were just as excited as I was. Perhaps you don't have to tell me. Maybe it can just be our secret.
This man is so flustered.
Same.
Right.
You are. This is not the first time you've cast a spell on me, surprisingly.
What do you mean? Detect thoughts immediately.
What kind of save?
It's not a save, it's surface thoughts. If I want to go deeper is when it's a wisdom save.
He is thinking of a dance with you. The one that you had the previous memory of twirling and being held in each other's arms.
I cast a spell on you then.
At least that's what loving you felt like.
Okay. Hold on. I need a second to reel myself in.
So it seems everyone in this party is having their own heartbreaking love story in 3 different directions. Excellent.
I'm so excited for CD. I wish I were there to wingman for them too.
CD doesn't have lips.
Be
CD
in the back, like,
desperately wants a kiss right now. So I think for now I will just simply nuzzle straight up into him. Everybody's asleep right now, right?
Yes, you would have waited.
Okay. Well then I'm not gonna take him inside because the thought has passed my mind to have him ask if he would like to meet everyone, but we'll hold off on that. So I'm gonna lock arms with him and make to like circle around the building that we're staying in, just a walk close to where everybody is. And I want to ask him what other things we did together, if that memory is so important to him and to me. What other we did?
Many, many walks through beautiful gardens and many soirees with people who's too many names to count. You introduced me to so many people. Like you knew everybody in the Feywild. I think that you two have a wonderful, pleasant conversation, ruminating on some things as you walk around.
Delightful, delightful. Yeah, I'm gonna walk arm in arm with him for as long as I possibly can until he inevitably has to leave me, and make sure to say again to him to tell me goodbye before he disappears.
He will stop you all back at the door. reach down to the ground and pull a flower from the earth, basically. A druid craft cantrip. And it's a very large, beautiful, like blue iris. He will tuck it behind. See if you have ears or whatever. I can tuck this behind.
You tuck it up underneath, like the head part of my head, the head dome.
I think he would linger for a moment, a stroke down the arm, kiss their forehead, and then fade from there.
I'm just gonna sit back down on the steps with my hands resting on my cheeks and stare at the sky, gushing. Excellent, excellent. Okay, cool. Oh my gosh. Where's Vaughn? Where is Vaughn during this? Because I know he doesn't have to sleep.
Are you gonna come back inside?
I suppose after a little bit, I would probably come back inside. I can only sit and stare at something.
Waiting in the doorway with his arms crossed.
That's shocking.
No more wandering off. I had eyes everywhere this evening.
I didn't leave. I was just around the building.
And that's why I didn't interrupt your time with the satyr man. That's
You cut off. What'd you say?
who is that? He wasn't introduced with everyone else.
His name is Palace. He comes and visits me often when the others are resting. And I suppose that the others would have met him at this point had they not need to sleep. But you're the only one so far.
Needing to sleep is a pain. You miss out on fun things. Does he always bring you flowers and kiss you?
That's a recent development.
He's
Vaughn,
a catch.
he's quite charming. Could I ask you something?
Of course.
You're from not. Are you from Prismere or just this land in general?
Oh, no. I'm from back on the material plane.
Oh, okay. Well then, I suppose that you wouldn't know any. Hold on. What the fuck is the name of the court that I am from? I'm drawing a fucking blank right now.
The Winter Court.
Okay. Then I suppose you wouldn't know anything about the Winter Court here.
That's silly, if my travels have served me wisely. I don't know too terribly much. They're, kind of a frigid group of people.
Is that the extent of what you know?
Yes, honestly, I have done my best to avoid the courts as much as possible. They remind me too much of home. It's too much pomp and circumstance.
And where is your home? What is that?
Roll persuasion.
+8, come on. That's a 13, not awesome.
I'm gonna roll as well. The Elven Kingdom of Astra.
The Elven Kingdom of Astra. Oh my god, hold on.
I will
spell
it in the group chat.
Okay. The Elven Kingdom of Astra. And why is it that you're here and not there?
This place is so much more wonderful.
To each their own, I suppose. It seems to be in a state of disrepair and everything tries to kill us at every given moment.
I didn't intend to be stuck in Prismere. Being stuck is truthfully the whole reason that I left. This has been kind of a jarring experience for me to come here expecting one thing and then eternally be trapped forevermore.
Eternally trapped? How long have you been here?
That's a fantastic question. And I would love to answer it if I had the answer.
Honestly, I shouldn't act too surprised. The concept of time here seems to be completely and totally foreign.
I forgot how old I was long ago.
CD would know how long elves live, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't look a day past 120, so
You flatter me.
I guess while everyone else is sleeping, and I don't really have anything else that I'd like to ask Vaughn about. Are there windows in this place?
On the second floor.
Oh.
Please come sneak up
I don't-
there. That'd be so funny.
Well, I'm not necessarily.
asleep.
I don't want to disturb. I'll try to be sneaky.
We're
It'd be
so
really
asleep.
funny if
Throw
like
PG
you wake up
sleeping.
and see he's just laying in the room with us.
Sitting at the end of your bedroll, staring.
Literally in my notes next to kiss, it says, and we PG sleep all night.
That's so funny. I'm going to try my hardest to be silent as I'm walking upstairs because I don't want to wake anybody up. And if there's a chair, I would like to pull a chair over to the window and sit there and rest.
Stealth check.
You saw that
21.
Excellent. Delightful. You do it perfectly silently.
Delightful.
So we're all sleeping. This will probably... I got one more thing for us, and that will be probably where I call it for the evening. Dusty,
Oh god. Hello.
your sleep is empty for a long time. And it does not feel restful. It feels as if you are awake and simply caught in this strange half state.
What you're telling me is I know CD's in there.
In a flash, you are a person, not yourself, but you are speaking to a tall human man. His beard is soaked in blood from his mouth. He is clutching a wound on his side, and dangling from his chest is the lightning bolt symbol of Thronius.
Oh god, I stole from a dead person.
He's speaking as if it is painful to him, and he states, "You have to send the temple away. If it's the only thing that survives, then so be it. Send it somewhere safe." And he's speaking to you, and you look at yourself. You appear to be a woman, maybe human, can't tell, can't see your ears. And you have one hand of flesh and blood, and one of vines and flower.
Finn the human core. I'm so stressed. I'm so stressed.
In this dream, you're nodding in agreement with what he's saying. And you take his hand that isn't holding his side in yours. "I will send us away. I will send us away." And there's a violent flash of purple light. Let me find my notes. I lost my page. One moment. They're in my Google Doc.
I'm so anxious.
Tall
Why do I
man
keep
with a
having
beard.
memories of one-armed people? What happened here?
Tall
He-
man with a beard. Big
Listen,
wound in the side.
I made him kind of look like Thomas in my brain because my brain is evil.
I
I
was
was like, I
thinking
know
this
this
was
isn't
Thomas
my
in
dad.
another life.
I was like, I know this isn't my dad. He's a skinny little elf twink. This is not him.
No, this is in fact not your dad.
This is just Thomas in another life. That's all this is.
So anxious. My cowl
The
keeps
co-
getting in my eye.
The color clears, and you are standing in this same temple. It is ornate, not overgrown, disused. This man is on the floor before you. He is obviously dying, and you are trying to help. But he is just repeatedly thanking you as the dream ends.
Oh my god. That is fucked up. I don't like that I keep dreaming of people with one arm. It's not boding well for me.
Is it always the same arm?
It is always the same arm.
It's probably the same one I'm missing.
It is.
This is so uncomfortable. This is so uncomfortable. I have no idea what this means.
You will eventually. We're playing the long game with Dusty.
All I know is that I am wearing a dead man's pendant. You know what? It looks cool on me.
It does look fucking cool on you.
Nice.
Well, that was everything I had planned for the evening. How do we feel, besties?
I'm writing so much right now. I'm literally.
Bro, my head is so big right now.
There was so much kissing tonight.
I know.
There was a lot tonight. A lot happened.
There was.
It was quite a bit. I had fun.
I did have fun.
That was immense fun. I'm gonna go ahead and mark that we took a long rest.
Yes, you were taking
yes.
a long rest actively.
God. Oh, I had, like, I know we took a short rest, but I'm still, like, I'm a little baby. I have no hit points. I was walking around being chased by a dragon while having 20 hit points.
That's it, I think.
That's frightening.
I had 29 until I got blown by the wind, and then I had 23. And then you hit me with a crowbar.
Sorry. Sorry, I hit you with a crowbar. I made up for it by being gay.
You
I had
did.
gay tension with two people
Delightful.
today. And to have gay tension with the rest of the group next game.
Clover, you're hilarious with your flower meanings. I know you so well because I know how much you like Attack on Titan. I was like, I gotta look up what a blue iris means.
I literally, like, Clover said a blue iris. I was like, I know what that means.
I was like, that's not just some random flower. I gotta figure out what it is that Clover's trying to tell me with this flower right now. And you know what? I figured it out.
What's it mean? What's it mean?
What does it mean?
Blue irises symbolize faith and hope and are ideal to give to someone who's waiting to hear some good news. They're also a sign of deep trust, so you should give these to someone very close to you or your long-term partner.
Aw, that's cute.
It's so
I-
easy.
Want to throw out there, Andy, like 2 months ago, I texted Clover and was like, hey, if for any reason Star dies, I think I want to make a changeling character. And they were like, I don't know how to say this without spoiling anything. There's going to be a changeling that you guys deal with in your party. And I was like, CD,
Oh.
isn't it?
The second Clover,
It's
the
me.
second Clover had given multiple memories where CD was not the same body. Not once did I think, oh, CD is a collection of people or whatever. I immediately was like, changeling.
See, okay, look, I don't
see
know
it.
what the rules are for Eladrin. I was like, do Eladrin change colors? Because, like, CD is a part of the winter core. They're white and sometimes they're blue. I was like, maybe that's because they're cold. I don't know what the deal is. Like a
You are a
chameleon.
baby.
Eladrin
do
do change colors. They go through all 4 seasons.
Yeah, and it
So
can
I
be
was
like
correct.
As soon as
I've
you
been
said,
sitting on that one forever.
as soon as you said solid black eyes, I was like, oh, I know what that is.
The black eyes is
See,
what did it for me
I
too. I
see
was
you
like,
and I
what's
know.
get black eyes? And then you said iridescent hair. I was like, that's a fucking changeling.
That's a fucking change.
That's a fucking
It is
changeling.
that is indeed a fucking changeling.
I've
I have
known
to wait.
since before we started playing.
that's so fucking funny.
It's been
That's so
hard
funny.
to
I remember
decide.
you telling me that I've guessed it correctly exactly once, and I was like, what did I guess? What have I thrown out there exactly once in my garbage memory? Let me try to fucking recall the one random guess. I don't fucking know.
You said changeling and then immediately changed your mind on the way to Taco Bell one time. And I was like, oh, texting Kay.
Yeah,
Okay,
Clover
they
did text me.
I'm so funny.
Every game that we play in this campaign, I'm like, ooh, is this the one? Is this the game where I'm going to have to play my character and make myself cry? Is this it? Will it be this week? Maybe. Who knows? It is not this week.
Yeah, we postponed it with the fucking.
We did, seemingly. I think we put it off one more session.
I
How do
literally
you guys like your encounter? How was it?
Oh.
That was fun.
a good time.
I
Every-
honestly, I love. Don't get me wrong, I love combat, but I do like the encounters that make you do stuff that's not just fighting as well.
Yes.
I really enjoy those.
I now need to go and draw Dusty looking cool and being homoerotic with Cal while threatening at the same time.
First of all, every time you describe a 4-legged, big, scaly beast, I'm like, oh, is this going to be my nightmare tonight? Is it going to be me? Am I the drama tonight? Apparently not tonight. Maybe one night, though. But also, my little rat brain is on so many little parallels between Dusty and Caladium right now. It's not even funny.
It's so crazy. We did not plan it. It just happened. The one thing me and Red planned for this entire campaign was that our characters are going to start out hating each other. That was it.
I love it. I love the arc.
It really is. I think you still summed it up best one time, Bug, when you said Caladium and Dusty received essentially the same childhood. It's just Dusty was hugged.
Dusty got a hug and a kiss when their bruises were too bad.
Yeah,
Accurate.
that's the difference. That is the one defining difference between the way that Dusty and Caladium were raised.
I love them, and I hope that we get to the part where we have to be our characters and be mean to each other, so that afterwards we can keep being nice to each other.
Because here's
I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording.
Change my mind.
Everyone say bye.
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 Bye.